Hello, everybody. It's Amana Healer here, back here with another video. In this video, we will be exposing some miserable people, and oh goodness gracious, there are a lot of miserable people in this world. Why are there so many miserable people in this world? You go to a job, the boss is miserable. The boss want to make your life miserable. You go to the grocery store, you meet so many miserable people in the grocery store. You go out in public, there's a plethora amount of miserable people. You go to school, you got miserable classmates. Sometimes the teachers are miserable. You go shopping, you got to deal with a miserable clerk. You go buy a house, sometimes the real estate agent is miserable. Sometimes your landlord is miserable. Let's say you're in a program with a mentor or something like that. The mentor is miserable. People get upset when people call themselves chosen, but you can't get mad at people for knowing their true identity. But the amount of envy that a chosen one goes through is extreme. The chosen one get hated on for no reason. The chosen one walk in a building and people are mad. The chosen one literally be making people mad. Like, it's a sport at this point. It's a sport at this point. These people get so mad. I'm finna expose them today. These people get so mad that they be out here paying people to tear you down. They're out here paying people to mess with you. Out here paying people to F with you. They do some crazy things. Some crazy things like hiding your mail from you so you don't receive your check so that you won't be good in life. I had someone tell me that this was happening to them, and this may have happened to me as well, because there was a certain point in time, like, when the stimulus checks and shit was coming out. I feel like I have like two stimulus checks that I was supposed to get, but I didn't get them because during that time I didn't have stable mail. So I feel like some mail that I was supposed to get that I didn't really get because they didn't really have nowhere to properly send my mail to at a certain point of time. But I knew somebody who used to tell me like, hey, like these people are really weird. They keep like, I feel like they have my check, but they not giving me my check. And I didn't really understand that people operated like that back then because it was a certain program, and it's like they're supposed to give their people their check, but they was explaining to me that these people have been mistreating them and things of that sort. That's the thing too, like sometimes in certain programs, like say they have like youth programs or different programs that are supposed to help you get on your feet, or certain programs that are rooted in compassion and empathy. Sometimes these are the main people that are miserable and they be making people's life hell. And these people are freaking horrible for the simple fact that they are abusing people that are already battered and abused. That's the sickest of them all. The people that are in competition with people that need help. Like, these people need help and you're sitting here trying to destroy them. You're sitting there abusing them. I seen this video on TikTok and the woman was talking about, like, I knew I was really one of them ones, because we talked about this before. Like, you're really one of the ones when people are competing with you when you are at your lowest level, when they are kicking you when you are down. That's how you know you're really somebody. But damn, when you look at it in a different perspective, it's like, dang, like, I'm at my lowest and you're still kicking me while I'm down. Like, you really ain't shit. Parents really should have swallowed you. I feel like that's the ultimate villain. She began to talk about how, like, she literally was battling a lot of things in her life that were affecting her mental health. And it made her suicidal. And people was still kicking her while she was down because she is a pretty and beautiful woman. There's too many miserable people in this world. There's too many insecure people in this world. People like to tear you down just because you have beauty. People like to tear you down for things that you have that you never even asked for. People could see you with a pretty dress and immediately get mad just because you have a pretty dress on. There's too many miserable people in this world. And sometimes the reason why the people be miserable, to be honest, is because sometimes these people get mad because you have a mind of your own. Sometimes people get upset because you have a mind of your own. People like to control people. People like to dominate people. People like to have yes men and yes women around them. And unfortunately, in this world, if you have a mind of your own, if you do not conform, if you do not easily give into peer pressure, if you stand up for yourself, a lot of these people in this world will have a problem with you. Insecure people. There's a lot of them. So yeah, today we're going to talk about some of the antics that they do, these miserable people. Sometimes these people put these people on payroll to destroy people who are actually going somewhere in life. They will pay people to ruin your life and F your life up. They will underhandedly, underneath the table, pay people to commit some crimes against you and try to cover them up with money. They will send false lovers into your life to break your heart. They will send false friends into your life to break you down and break your trust. They will pay family members to turn against you. It's a whole operation going on. They will pay people to steer you in the wrong direction. They will pay people to misguide you, to give you the wrong advice, especially if you are a chosen one. They will pay people to mess with your mind, to make you feel like you are crazy for being connected with God. And sometimes they don't even have to pay people. Sometimes all they gotta do is like trash talk with somebody to get them upset with you. Like they manipulate these people to be angry and upset. But when you are focused, when you are really doing well in life, that's when people will try to send distractions towards you. They'll try to send people in your life that would try to distract you. And if you are not aware, sometimes you can fail these little tests and temptations that the enemy be trying to send. I never knew it was this many miserable people in the world. It's a lot of them. And some of them have titles and powerful positions, and they're so freaking miserable. Like I told y'all earlier, I feel like the most horrible villain of them all is the villain that goes into certain areas in life. I feel like the most villain of them all is the people who deal with people where they're in a field where they are meant to be compassionate and they are meant to help people. But instead of helping people, they shit on them. They kick them while they down. They go find people like, that don't really have nobody. They go find the weakest of the links and they choose to abuse them. And I feel like that's the worst villain of them all because you are in a position where you are meant to help these people. But instead of helping these people, you are in competition with them. You have people who are helping people, but literally in competition with them at the same time. Oh, I'm mad that they get help, but I don't get the help that I want. I'm still struggling in my life. I had one lady explain to me basically she didn't like how her client, in so many words, she didn't like that her client was happy. She didn't like that she had to struggle while the client that she was helping wasn't able to struggle. They were able to thrive because of the help that they were receiving. She didn't like that because she's miserable in her own life. So people like that, they try to sabotage you. And especially if you are a black person, especially a black woman, they will hit you with the, oh, she's an angry black woman. Oh, she has an attitude problem. Oh, it's not easy to deal with her. They use those tears against you. They group up other people to sabotage you just because they're miserable. And they do the same thing to all black people. All people in general experience this, but I feel like the black people got it the worst. Oh, and don't let them be older than you, cause they think just because they older than you, they could treat you like shit. Oh, I've been in this field for 13 years, so I'm better than you. So they think they could treat you like shit. They think their age makes them more knowledgeable and wise than you. When y'all have even scratched the surface of emotional intelligence, a lot of y'all haven't even scratched the surface of having confidence, of being happily married, of having happy families, happy children, being a happy parent. You haven't even scratched the surface of actually being proud of other people, actually wanting other people to succeed. You never even scratched the surface. So your age doesn't determine anything in this manner. But yeah, y'all be careful out here. And sometimes it's people you least expect it. You've been friends with this person since you was 5. You turned 20 or something like that. You ran a business. All of a sudden, the best friend that you've been best friends with your whole life got a problem with you. All of a sudden, they trying to snake you. They trying to backdoor you. People are weird in this life. There's a lot of miserable people in this world. Some people they just dislike you because they want to be you. They literally want to walk in your shoes. They literally want to live in your skin. Like they want to be you. If they have the opportunity to be you, they would do so. That's how delusional some people are. So yeah, just protect yourself, protect your life, protect your assets, protect your beauty. I seen this video on TikTok and it was this beautiful woman and she was talking about like to a woman in general. She was like, "Yeah, y'all got to be careful out here because like they be trying to off us just with their eyes. The evil eye is real. People will ruin your life if you are not spiritually protected with just one look." Well, just one, all they gotta do is just look at you and send some evil, what is it called? A glare full of malice at you, wanting a stream of bad luck to take place in your life through a look. Learn how to spiritually protect yourself. And the main way that you spiritually protect yourself is by seeing people true colors around you. My bad, y'all. By seeing people true colors around you and cutting those people off. Have healthy boundaries with toxic people. But yes, they will try to send distractions in when you are focused. That's why the girlies did not lie when they said, when the devil can't reach you, the devil will send you a man. And that man would F your life up and you would backtrack sometimes. And if it's not a man, it will be a friend. If it's not a friend, it will be a stranger. If it's not a stranger, it will be a quote unquote mentor. If it's not a mentor, it'll be somebody who's supposed to like do some sort of service for you. But these people be miserable. They don't like seeing people successful. This is like, for example, this is just an example. This is like a real estate agent that's supposed to help you find your dream home. But because they can't have their dream home, they'll try to sabotage you. These people be wilding. So yeah, self-sufficiency is key.